Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share my May TBR and the details of my May reading a wrap-up live show with you. So let's go ahead and start with the TBR, and then I'll share the details for the live show at the end of the month, at the end of the video. Okay, so I have a few things going on in May, which I'm really excited about, starting with my next podcast discussion book, and that is The Lost Summers of Newport by 3 different authors. This is a historical fiction novel that Layna from Layna's Bookshelf and I will be discussing on my podcast, Talk Bookish to Me, on June 19th. That's when the full discussion will be on my podcast. We picked it based on the title because one of the reading challenges for the month of June is to read a book that has a destination in the title. So Newport obviously counted for that. If you don't know anything about the Talk Bookish to Me 12-month reading challenge, I will have it linked down below. Basically, there's a prompt every single month, so it's a 12-month reading challenge. It's available on Storygraph if you want to participate in that. But this book is a novel of money and secrets set among the famous summer mansions of Newport, Rhode Island, spanning over a century from the Gilded Age to the present day. So it starts in 1957 and it goes up until 2019. So I'm really looking forward to this because Layna is my historical fiction friend and I think it will be a really good discussion. So look forward to the discussion on June 19th, but I'm going to be go ahead and starting it in May to get a kickstart because I always do reading vlogs for my patrons of the books that I do for book discussions on my podcast. Okay, moving on from that, another book on my May TBR is, of course, You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. I'm reading this for the Sleep When I'm Dead book club, which is hosted by my best friend Jessie from Reading with Jess. She has a Discord server and she always announces the books over on her Instagram and her YouTube channel and in Discord. So make sure you're following her in all of those different places, but I will make it super easy for you and have it linked down in the description box for you. I don't know too much about this. I've only read one Geneva Rose book, which was her debut, but I do have another one on my TBR as well. So I just need to start reading these Geneva Rose books. So I'm looking forward to reading it and discussing it with her book club community towards the end of the month. Also, I'm not sure if you saw the announcement or not, but Keisha is back with some other hosts and they are doing another round of Boookathon. Keisha has always done it the halfway to Halloween mark and then in October. So it's going to be a week-long readathon from May 1st to the 7th. I'm not reading for the entire week because I definitely have other books that I need to get to, but I'm super excited to still participate. I'm probably going to do maybe a weekend vlog type situation. So I went ahead and picked 3 spooky middle grade books. There are prompts and all of that information. I'm going to have the announcement linked down below. I'm not necessarily following along in the prompts or anything, but these are some spooky middle grades that I still had on my TBR that I wanted to go ahead and try to knock out over the weekend. The first one being 𝒂𝒂𝒃𝒃 by Laura Synth. And I'm really excited about this one because Keisha always raves about it and recommends it. And then also Keisha reached out to the author and the author sent me some a signed book plate and some stickers. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I also have Dark Waters by Catherine Arden. This is the 3rd book in the Small Spaces Quartet. Keisha said this is her least favorite, but for some reason I just think I'm gonna like it because I love lake stories, beachy covers, ocean on the covers, I don't know. And the monster looks absolutely terrifying. Let's see, The 3 Friends, The Smiling Man, Lake Champlain, Vermont, Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to continuing on in the series. And I do want to read Empty Smiles, but I think I'm just going to wait for it to come out in paperback. So I have all 4 books in paperback. But I also want to read Spirit Hunters by Ellen O. So Keisha read this back in October for Boookathon and she rated it 5 stars. And then she sent me her copy for my birthday. So I'm really excited to have this one because it's actually Keisha's book. And all I know is it's about the kids move into a new house and it's haunted and there's possession and stuff like that. But I'm just really excited to read this and I hope I love it as much as Keisha did. So I figured picking 3 books, maybe I can tackle those over the weekend. And then I just have some other books. Like another vlog I would like to do is finally do my science fiction vlog, which will be Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and which I actually picked up last year in April when I went to Prince Books with Jordan from Sorry Booked Solid, and I picked this up at Prince Books and I haven't read it. So this has been sitting on my shelf for over a year and I just really want to read it. It's a chunky book, but I'm going to get the audiobook because I heard that really enhances the reading experience. I'm just really excited to go ahead and tackle this. And I also want to read Do You Dream of Terra 2 by Temi O. This is a book that was recommended to me by Jordan, but my friend Danielle Anderson at Danielle's Reading Corner actually sent this to me. I might even, yeah, maybe we can buddy read this one. Hope you have a wonderful day, from Danielle. So this is a young adult sci-fi story where Jordan said it still felt very like high stakes for a young adult book. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's also a chunky one. And then I also thought, so I have an adult and a young adult. I figured why not throw in a graphic novel? And this is On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden, which I've read one other graphic novel by Tilly Walden. This one is also chunky, so I guess I'm gonna plan to read, let me show you, 3 chunky sci-fi books, but On a Sunbeam just looks really fun. A restoration crew travels to the deepest reaches of space, rebuilding beautiful broken structures to piece the past together. And the art is stunning. The color palette is stunning. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So hopefully I can make that happen and it will be its own separate reading vlog. And then I just have some other books that I just kind of really want to read. On my recent girls trip, I have some questions for you. I picked this up because of Elizabeth from Reading Riley and Layna from Layna's Bookshelf and Alexandra Roslin. They've all been talking about this book. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I kind of want to read it and just form my own opinion. But it's about this podcast host that goes back to like the school, like her boarding school, and then she's teaching the students about podcasts, and then they have to form their own podcasts. And then there's like, this is, in their rush to convict Omar, did the school and the police overlook other suspects? Is the real killer out there? As she falls down the very rabbit hole she was so determined to avoid, Bodhi begins to wonder if she wasn't as much of an outsider at Granby as she thought. So it's kind of like a look at a case that happened in the past and stuff like that. I've heard it's kind of like It Girl by Ruth Ware, so I'm just looking forward to reading it. I feel like it's going to be one of those books that pop up on the Goodreads Choice Awards, so I'm getting a head start on that. I also really want to read Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano. This is Oprah's book club pick, and she doesn't do like a monthly book club pick, or it's just like whenever she finds a book that she really connects to, she'll pick a book for her book club, and she hasn't done it in a really long time, so I'm very excited to have Hello Beautiful. I was initially intrigued about this book and I put it on my wish list before Oprah even announced it as her book club pick. I have heard some of my friends have really enjoyed it. Some have really not. But William Waters grew up in a house silenced by tragedy, where his parents could hardly bear to look at him, much less love him. So when he meets the spirited and ambitious Julia in his freshman year of college, it's as if the world has lit up around him. So I think it's just going to be kind of sad, but maybe happy, hopefully hopeful. But I'm really looking forward to reading this. And then the last book that I'm hoping to read in May is The Rehearsals. And it's funny because Jessie and I both have a copy of this. Like, I got the hardcover and she's like, I think I have that book, but it has a different cover, and because she has the paperback. So we're both hoping to read The Rehearsals. So we're going to do like a little buddy read, but it's 2 people, 1 wedding, no end in sight. Megan and Tom are headed to what is supposed to be their magical wedding weekend on beautiful San Juan Island, inseparable since college. After a disastrous rehearsal dinner, they vow to call the whole thing off, only to wake up the next morning stuck in a time loop. So looking forward to all of the books that I have selected for May. They all sound really good. They're ones I've been wanting to read for a while. But now let me go ahead and share with you the information for the May reading wrap-up live show. So instead of traditional like monthly reading wrap-ups, I decided to switch over and do live shows with my friends. I started this trend last year and I am continuing it this year. So at the end of May, on May 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to have two of my best friends join me. I'm going to have Keisha from A Book Like You, both on YouTube and Instagram. That's her same username. I'm going to have her channel and her Instagram linked down below. And then I am also going to have Layna from Layna's Bookshelf. So I think that's her Instagram and her YouTube handle. But I'm going to have her linked down below as well. So again, mark your calendars, May 28th, 8 p.m. It's going to be the three of us talking about all of the books that we read in May and what we thought. You'll be able to see if I actually accomplish reading all of these books, which ones I enjoy, which ones I don't. And I always try to throw some games in there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye, friends.